friends around the world. Julie here. I'm in Victoria, which is the capital of Seychelles, Africa. And if you look around at this bustling city, it is so beautiful, and you can tell that God's favor rests upon it. When the very first settlers came to Seychelles and discovered it, they named it the Land of Abundance. And there's crosses adorned everywhere and such a huge, beautiful sense of community. And what comes to mind is from the Gospel of Luke, the story of the 10 minas, which is a parable that Jesus told his followers on the way to Jerusalem. He told it, and what happens in it is there's a noble man who leaves to go to a foreign country before he's named king. And while he's gone, he says, take 10 of my servants, and I'm going to give you each a mina, which is a good sum of money, about 3 months' worth of wages. And he says, take care of my money while I go to this foreign country so that I can become king. Now, word was sent back to this king that his subjects hated him and they were not going to acknowledge his kingship. However, the man did become king, and upon his return to his homeland, he called the 10 servants and said, how did you use my minas? Please give an account of this. And the first one said, I have earned 10 more minas. And he said, very good, well done, my good and trusted servant. For that, you will be trusted with 10 cities as your reward. The second servant comes in and he says, how did you invest my money? And he says, I have given you back 5 more minas. He says, very good, you will be given 5 cities to look after. Now another servant came in, and his account, how he spent his mina, was he did nothing with it. He just put it in a cloth. And he asked why. The servant said, because you are a hard man. You don't reap what you don't sow, and you get what you didn't even put in. And to that, the king says, for that badness, you've been a bad servant, and I'm going to take your mina and give it to the man with 10 minas. And now a bystander said, why would you do that? This man already has 10 minas. The king says that for all who have, more will be given. And for those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. The lesson of this story is to show the faithfulness of God. The king is God. And while he goes away, it's how we are right now trusted on earth before he establishes his kingdom on earth. And it's to show that it wasn't going to immediately happen, that he wasn't going to immediately become king and have his earthly kingdom on earth. But in the meantime, while we're here, you can be known that you've been given a mina, which is your faith in God. And what you do with that faith is the symbol of what you're going to give your account back to God. My prayer for you is that with your mina that you've been given, which is your faith in God, you will multiply it and use it. And you will not be like that servant who put it behind a cloth and didn't even use it. But use your faith in beautiful ways that will be a blessing to God, to all those around you. So that when God comes to earth and says, what did you do with this? You can say, I did this beautiful thing with the gifts you've given me in life. And he will say to you, well done, my good and faithful servant.